This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars perform through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Harry Hallman is a Hall of Famer, but little known Hall of Famer of the Detroit Tigers. He elected to the Hall of Fame in 1952. He almost did not play professional baseball. He was a clerk at a biscuit company. He left work one day, was walking home, and he was approached by a manager of a minor league team who needed a third baseman that day. Knew that Harry played ball. So he agreed to play that day, and he knocked in the winning run. Someone was paid $152, which was more than he could make in a week clerking at the biscuit company. So Hallman signed his professional contract, and he was off and running. He was about a 300 hitter when he got into professional baseball, but when Ty Cobb became manager of the Detroit Tigers, he changed his batting style, got him to squat down a little bit, and all of a sudden he started hitting line drives everywhere. Once hit over 400, maintained a 342 lifetime average on this card. He's at 381 with 14 home runs on this card. Harry Hallman and the Detroit Tigers are hosting the Chicago White Sox today. Here's your starting lineups for today's game. First, for the Chicago White Sox, Luke Appling is leading off, and he is a DH. Joe Jackson's in center field. George Davis at third base. Frank Thomas at first base. Harold Baines is in right field. Vinny Minoso in left field. Nellie Fox at second base, and Louis Aparicio is the shortstop. Ray Chalk, the catcher. And today's starting pitcher for the White Sox is Big Ed Walsh, AC pitcher, X and Z modifier. For the Detroit Tigers, their starting lineup is Ty Cobb in center field, Charlie Garinger at second base, Harry Hallman is in left field, Hank Greenberg at first base, Al Kaline is at right field, Sam Crawford's the DH, Bill Freehan is the catcher, George Kell is the third baseman, and Alan Trammell, shortstop, with Prince Hal Newhouser, a XY pitcher, on the mound. We're using basic Apba, and here we go. Newhouser is ready to pitch to Luke Appling. He rolls a 6-1. That is a 23. Both teams are fielding column 1. That's going to be an error on the Detroit left fielder who we were talking about, Harry Hallman. Appling's at first, average speed. We get slow runners on the base paths. We'll play it safe. Here's Shoeless Joe Jackson, White Sox DH. 52 is a 27. Ground ball to third base. Davis throws to third baseman Kell throws to Garinger, over to Greenberg for a 5-4-3 twin killing, and now there's 2 outs. Newhouser can breathe a little easier here in the first. Here's gorgeous George Davis, who was on the 1906 Hitless Wonders for the White Sox, champions in 06. 51 is an 11 base hit, and Davis can attempt to steal second. Freehan is a 9 catcher. We'll give him a chance to throw him out on the steal. 11 through 26, he'll be out. Davis rolls a 32. He's safe with a stolen base. Davis in scoring position and a fast runner. Here's the big hurt, Frank Thomas. 4-6 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Go to the bottom of the first. No score with the Detroit Tigers coming to bat. All right, the Georgia Peach, Ty Cobb leads off for the Detroit Tigers. 2-1 is a 22. Ground ball to first base. Frank Thomas flips to the pitcher, Walsh covering. And Cobb is retired, 1 out. 396 hitter on his card. Charlie Gehringer, the second baseman. 3-1 is an 8 against the AC pitcher that's popped up toward the third base line. Davis is under for the Sox and makes the catch, 2 up and 2 down for Detroit. Here is Harry Heilman. 1-4 is a fly out to Minnie Minoso in left field. 3 up and 3 down for the Tigers. Let's go to the second inning. No score. It'll be Baines, Minoso, and Fox at the top of the second for the Pale Hose. 6-1 roll is a 40 foul ball, strike 1. 52 is a X. Newhouser has the X rating, so Baines goes down on strikes. U-turn back to the dugout. There is 1 out. Minnie Minoso popped up behind home plate. Tiger catcher Bill Freehan loses the mask and makes the catch, 2 outs. That brings up Nellie Fox with his Go-Go Sox teammate Lee Aparicio on deck. Pitch to Nellie Fox is a 2-6. That's a strikeout. Third strikeout for Newhouser. Chicago's retired in order. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Hank Greenberg leads off for the Tigers, followed by Al Kaline and Sam Crawford. Greenberg was one of the first to go into the military to serve the country during World War II. 3-1 is a 9 against the AC pitcher. That's a ground out to Aparicio at shortstop. 1 down. Here's Al Kaline. 54 is a fly ball. Hit to shallow right field. Harold Baines is under it and makes the grab. 2 outs. Now Sam Crawford, who is a teammate of Ty Cobb. And 46 is a X. Ed Walsh has an X. That's a strikeout. His first. It's been 6 up and 6 down for Ed Walsh. We go to the top of the third. No score. All right, Prince Hal Newhouser returns to the mound to pitch for Detroit. Probably the only pitcher to have 2 consecutive MVP awards in the American League. 1944, he had a 2.22 ERA, and 45, he had a 1.8 earned run average. Louis Aparicio leads off for the White Sox in the top of the third inning. 3-4 is a fly ball to Ty Cobb in center field. Cobb puts it away, and Aparicio is the first out of the top of the third. Here's Ray Chalk, White Sox catcher during that infamous 1919 season. He was completely innocent. 5-5 is an 8 against the A pitcher that's popped up to third base. 6 in a row retired by Newhouser. Back to the top of the order, and the DH, Luke Appling. Watch Appling hit a home run at age 75 at RFK Stadium in the Old Timers game. He hit it off Warren Spahn. 31 is a 9 against an A pitcher. That's a ground out to the shortstop. Trammell throws out Appling, and that's the end of the top of the third. We go to the last of the third. No score. All right, it's the bottom third of the Tiger order. Bill Freehan, George Kell, and Alan Trammell. Ed Walsh, who is a spitball pitcher. Sons of what went up there. 51 is a 9. Ground out to the shortstop. Aparicio, 1 down. Here's George Kell. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll. And 1-2 is an 11. It's only going to be a single with an opportunity to steal second. Chalk is a 9. 11 through 26. He'll be out. Kell's off and running. And 15, he is thrown out by the White Sox catcher, Ray Schalk. 2 outs, and that tag was applied by the second baseman, Nellie Fox. So 2-4. 2 down. Alan Trammell's the hitter. 41 is a ground out to Aparicio. And through the first 3, Ed Walsh has faced the minimum. No score. Joe Jackson of the White Sox will lead off at the top of the 4th inning for Chicago. He was the pattern for Babe Ruth to form his batting style. Newhouser is offering to shoeless Joe Jackson. 45 is going to be a base on balls. Jackson takes first. Nobody out. He has average speed. George Davis. 345 hitter on his card. He played in the aughts. This is the 3rd game of this series. Yankees took out it's a single elimination tournament. 8 original franchise teams. Yankees beat the Twin Senator team 2-0. First game. In game 2, the Giants came from behind. Beat the Phillies 5-4 next game. Here's pitch to Davis. 3-5 is a 9 single in the infield. White Sox had first and second and nobody out. Davis is at first. Joe Jackson's at second. Here's the big hurt, Frank Thomas. If he gets a hold of one of the spitballs of, take that back, Newhouser was not a spitball pitcher. Spitball is outlawed by Newhouser, but Thomas has a chance here to do damage. First and second, no outs. Here's pitch to Frank Thomas. 3-6 is a 33. Infield pop-up being tracked by Alan Trammell near the mound, makes the catch. An unproductive out for the White Sox. Here's Harold Baines. 1-2 is a 25, and that's a double play. Grounded to the second baseman Gehringer, who steps on second, throws to first. Make that a 4-3. Twin killing ending the top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th. 0-0. Beginning of the order for the Bengal Tigers. Ty Cobb leads off. Grounded at the first base his first time up. 1-6 is the 1-4 is the roll. This is a fly ball to Minnie Minoso in left field. Minoso makes the catch, 1 down. Charlie Gehringer, 6-2. Grounder back to Ed Walsh, or X. He's got the X, so that's a strikeout. 2 outs. Second strikeout for Ed Walsh. Harry Heilman. And 32 is a ground out to second base. 3 up and 3 down in the bottom of the 4th. Let's go to the 5th inning. No score. All right, here's Minnie Minoso to lead off the 5th for Chicago. The only other team Minoso is on in my Apba collection is the 1947 New York Cubans. Here we have him in the all-time team. And also 307 on his card with 18 home runs. 36 is a base on balls, and the Sox will have a fast runner at first base. Second walk yielded by Hal Newhouser. White Sox have only 2 hits and 2 walks. Aptly led off the game, reaching by an error. We're on first, nobody out. Here is Nellie Fox, second baseman. Holds that bat away from his body, straight up and down, chokes up a lot, swings the bat from the left side. Here's the pitch to Nellie Fox. 5-2 is a 27. That's going to be an X. Fox strikes out for the second time. That's 1 out, 1 on. That's a case where the X on Newhouse's card takes away a double play. And I believe some people play Apba in a way that negates the X, and they go ahead and go with the double play, but I don't do that. Here's Aparicio. 2-2 roll for Luis Aparicio. 8 against an A pitcher. Ground ball to first base. First baseman. Greenberg flips to Newhouser covering. So Aparicio's out 3-1 with Manoso going to second base. And there are 2 down. Number 9 hitter comes up. That's Ray Schalk. 5-5 is an 8. Runner on second. Ground out to third base. 5-3, that ends the top of the 5th. Still 0-0. Hank Greenberg, 327 hitter with 43 homers on his Apba card, leads off for the Detroit Tigers. 1-4 is the roll, 30 fly out to the left fielder, Minnie Minoso. 1 down. Al Kaline. 3-6 is a 33. Let's go wide, but Walsh does not have the white strike modifier, so it's going to be a pop out to the second baseman, Nellie Fox. 2 outs. Wahoo Sam Crawford. 21 is a fly out to Manoso on left. And once again, Walsh has retired 7 hitters in a row. And through 5 innings, he has faced a minimum. We go to the top of the 6th, 0-0. All right, Luke Appling from High Point, North Carolina, leads off for the Pale Hose in the top of the 6th. Pitcher's duel. 26 is a 27, and that's an X. Appling strikes out. 1 down. Here's Shoeless Joe Jackson from the other Carolina, South Carolina. 3-3 roll for Jackson. It's a hit column roll for Joe Jackson. And that heavy bat is going to produce a double and put the White Sox a man on second base in scoring position. For George Davis, who is in this game 2 for 2, and he's got both of the hits the White Sox had before this double. Prince Hal Newhouser in a bit of a jam. Runner at second. 1 away. Pitch to Davis. 4-2 is a 9 against an A pitcher. A ground out to shortstop with a runner going to third. So a slow roller to Trammell. Only player was the first. 2 down now. And a runner at third with Frank Thomas, the big hurt, coming to the plate. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. And that is put away by Harry Heilman. Threats over. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Scoreboard is still clean with zeros on both sides. Bottom of the 6th inning, 0-0. Here is Bill Freehan leading off for Detroit. 5-6 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Ed Walsh. George Kell. That's an X. Another strikeout, this time caught looking. Alan Trammell, with Walsh having a chance to strike out the side here. 1-4 is a fly out to Minnie Minoso in left field. And now Walsh has retired 10 in a row. He still faced only the minimum. We go to the top of the 7th. 0-0 is the score. Earl Baines leads off for the White Sox. 34 is a fly ball to center fielder, Ty Cobb. A lot of speed in center field. Not a strong arm, though. 1 out. Minnie Minoso. 3-5 for Minoso. It's a 9. Ground out to the shortstop, Alan Trammell. That's 2 down. Nellie Fox, who has struck out twice. 22 is the roll. That's a base hit. Single for Fox to right field. Back control guy. He is a base runner. He's fast. Not a threat to steal. He did not steal many bases. Aparicio comes to bat. Again, his teammate on the Go-Go Fox. He's the pitch to Louis Aparicio is a 3-2 roll. 26 is a ground ball to second base. Gehringer gets the out at second, flipping it to the shortstop the short way. So 6-3. And Aparicio will be retired. Go bottom of the seventh inning, no score. All right, Ty Cobb leads off for the Detroit Tigers. I think he gets a bad rap in that biography that was written about him and in the movie Cobb, which Roger Clemens was in that movie. But I don't think he was quite the character that he was made out to be. He was he was a great player. And yeah, he was a fiery player who did not have a lot of friends in the major leagues, and he didn't want a lot of friends. Only 3 of them came to his funeral in Ralston, Georgia, where he was from. But again, I don't think he was the ogre that he was made out to be. Invested in Coca-Cola, became wealthy, very philanthropic. And if I'm ever in that neck of the woods in Georgia, I'd like to go to the little museum there about him. Here's a pitch to Ty Cobb from Ed Walsh, who has been mowing down the Tigers. Only one has reached, that's George Kell with a single. Then he was caught stealing in the third inning. Here's a pitch to Ty Cobb. 1-1 roll, that's going to be a hit. And probably extra bases, 2-4. It is a drive to right center field, and it will be a double for Ty Cobb standing up. The Tigers have a runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Charlie Gehringer, a 347 hitter. That's only the second hit by the Tigers. A lot of speed on the bases. The Tigers are gonna try a hit and run play. Here's a pitch to Gehringer on the hit and run. 21 is a 13. That's a strike, and we'll roll for Cobb stealing third. And my home rules on the steals, on the automatic steals and the caught stealings, I don't make them automatic. I give the catcher a chance to throw out the base runner. The runner Cobb will be out if it's 11 through 26, based on Ray Chalks being a 9-rated catcher. Here's a throw. 35, Cobb steals third. So now, no outs, man on third base. White Sox will move their infield in to try to stop this run. There's a pitch to Gehringer, who's going to try to get something in the air. 1-1 roll. He does get it in the air. Second column. 64 is a 6 against an A pitcher. That's a home run if it's a single column card. Gehringer has a double column card, so use 5. That's a drive to right field. It's going to be a 2-bagger for Charlie Gehringer, and Cobb scores easily from third. 1-0 Detroit. Here in the 7th inning, Walsh is rated to pitch to 33 batters, so he's not in great danger of fatiguing right away. Here is Harry Heilman. Walsh goes into the stretch. The pitch to Heilman. 2-6 is a fly ball to left field. Minoso is tracking it. He makes the catch, and Gehringer will have to go back to second and hold there at second base with 1 out. Hey, Greenberg. 1-6 is a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop. Aparicio holds the runner at second, throws to first. Greenberg's retired. He's the second out. Al Kaline. 2-4 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. K-line goes down on strikes, but the Tigers get on the board in the 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th. Detroit 1 and Chicago White Sox nothing. All right, Ray Schalk will lead off the top of the 8th inning for the White Sox, now down by a run. They've had more base runners than the Tigers, but they're trailing. Neuhauser with the pitch. He's ready to pitch to 33 batters, and so far he's only faced 23. Pitch to Schalk. 2-2 roll. That's a base hit for Ray Schalk. A single to right field, leadoff single. Puts the Sox catcher at first base. Average speed. We're using the DH, and here is the White Sox DH, Luke Appling. Appling reached by an error to start the game, but since it's rolled out the short and struck out, here's the pitch to Luke Appling, 54. That's a fly ball to medium depth right field. K-line's under it and makes the catch. Schalk will hold it first, 1 down. Here is shoeless Joe Jackson, and I've got to retrieve a dice off the floor. All right, Joe Jackson started his career with the Cleveland Indians. I think for a while he was a teammate of Nap Lajoie. Here's the pitch to Joe Jackson. 5-6 is a 34. Neuhauser is an XY strikeout pitcher. That's got a Y, so that's a strikeout. And Jackson returns to the dugout, 1 for 3. He had doubled earlier. It's a strikeout victim here with a man on first, and now 2 outs. Here's George Davis. Davis is 2 for 3. Dangerous hitter. 36 is a pop-up on the infield. Right at third base is George Kell. He makes the catch, and that's the end of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning, 1-0 Detroit. All right, Wahoo Sam Crawford, born in Wahoo, Nebraska. He had 309 career triples. I believe that leads all baseball, and that's a record that won't be broke. In the dead ball era, when Crawford played, 6% of hits were triples. Not so today. Here's the pitch to Wahoo Sam Crawford from Ed Walsh, bottom of the 8th inning. Might be the last chance for the Tigers to hit, as they have a 1-0 advantage over the Sox. 1-2 is a 29. Let's see, Walsh has the X. That's going to be a strikeout. 1 down. Bill Freehan. 6-5 to pop out to the catcher, Ray Schalk. 2 up and 2 down. Now George Kell. .53 as an 18. Filling column 1, that's a ground ball to Aparicio at shortstop. He's a 10 rated shortstop, but he muffs this one. He's 6. Kell's going to be on with 2 outs. And now the ninth hitter, Alan Trammell. That is a 55. Ground out to first base, flipping to the pitcher. And the Tigers are down in the 8th. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Detroit 1 and Chicago nothing. Going into this game, I had the White Sox rated 4 and the Tigers rated 5, but when I filled out the score sheets, I accidentally put them as the visitors and the Tigers as the home team. Looked at the score sheet, decided not to change it and rewrite it, and that's why the Tigers are home. Last chance for the White Sox here in the 9th. Frank Thomas, Harold Baines, and Minnie Minoso come to the plate. Here's a pitch to Frank Thomas, 1-3 as a base on balls. Thomas will take first. Not a slow runner, he's average speed. He's there with no outs. Potential tying run. Here is Harold Baines. .65 is a 35. Foul out to the catcher, Bill Freehan. 1 down. Two chances remain for the White Sox. One of those is Minnie Minoso. Newhouser has faced 27 batters, or 27 plus 5, 32 batters. So 33 is his fatigue point. And after that, two bad things happen to his grade level goes down. So he looks like he may have plenty of tank to finish this game if he can. Here's a pitch to Minnie Minoso. That is a 31. 3-1 is a 9. Runner on first. Ground ball towards second base. And Minoso is going to beat it out. He is a fast runner. Infield single, first and second. White Sox. That puts the potential go-ahead run on base. Here's Nellie Fox. First two games were close in this game. We got a white knuckler in this one. Newhouser with a stretch. Here's the pitch to Fox. 1-3 is a 14. Newhouser does not have the Z control modifier, and that's going to load the bases. Let's take a look at his fatigue now. So that's 27 plus 7, 34 batters, and right away, let's see, 27, 20, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So when he hits 33, he's at his fatigue point. That guy singled, next guy walked. Newhouser goes down to a grade B pitcher unless we elect to go to the bullpen. All right, mound visit. Meanwhile, Louis Aparicio waits on deck. Bases are loaded. You got Fox at first, Minoso at second, and Frank Thomas at third. Only one down. Tigers are going to play the infield in. The two pitchers in the bullpen are Bridges and Morris. Bridges is a strikeout pitcher like Newhouser, XY. But let's see, he is a right-handed pitcher. The batter Aparicio swings the bat. Right-handed, so we're going to bring in Tommy Bridges in relief of Prince Hal Newhouser. This tournament, you're using limited rosters. Only you get your 9 hitters, one of them's a DH, and 3 starters and 2 relievers. Tommy Bridges is right-handed, so we can bump him up to a grade A pitcher for the first batter here. Louis Aparicio looks like he's going to be a tough man to double up. Bases are loaded. Should we play deep for go for a double play or play to cut the runner off at home? They're going to play to cut the runner off at home. Infield is in. Here's a pitch from Bridges to Aparicio. 1-1 roll for Aparicio, and that is going to be a second column roll. 6-5 is a single in the second column. And those second column rolls are all read off the D column pitcher. Single through shortstop. Runners advance 2 bases. So Thomas scores. Minoso scores. Fox goes to third. And little Louis could steal second, but he won't. Or maybe he will. There's only one out. Let's steal second. On to 26, he'll be above 26. He's safe. 34. Aparicio is safe with a stolen base. Now we got second and third, one down. Those runners are off the starting pitcher, Hal Newhouser. Here's Ray Schalk, the number 9 hitter. Runners on second and third base, one down. The infield's playing in. Here's a pitch from Tommy Bridges back to grade B, but he's got the XY, and he wants to strike out here. There's a pitch to Schalk, 62. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bridges gets that strikeout. Meanwhile, it's 2-1, by the way. Got to put that on the scoreboard. The infield can play back as we go to the top of the order, and Luke Appling. 45 is a 14 base on balls. First and second and third. Sacks are loaded. Appling's at first. Aparicio at second, and Nellie Fox is at third. Here's Shoeless Joe Jackson, 367 hitter, probably the best hitter in this White Sox Hall of Fame lineup. There's a pitch to Shoeless Joe. 1-1 roll. That's going to be a hit column roll for Jackson. And 16 is a bases clearing. Wait a minute. 16 is a double, and 6 the bases loaded is a triple, unless it's a double column card. Use 4 double, but he'll clear the bases. Fox scores, Aparicio scores, and so does Appling. And Joe Jackson drives in 3. It is suddenly 5-1 White Sox. So they got screwed by not being a home team, but it doesn't matter. They're leading 5-1. George Davis with the runner on third. 2-3 is a 12. Sky to right field. Al Kaline is under it. Makes the catch. The Tigers in the 9th inning bat around and score 5 times to take a 5-1 lead. All right, Big Ed Walsh has faced only 3 batters over the minimum for the White Sox. So rated 33. He's 6 away from his fatigue point. Tigers are 4 runs down. And at the top of their order, Ty Cobb leads off for Detroit. Here's a pitch to Cobb. 3-2 is a 26. Ground ball to Nelson. Fox at second, who throws to first. 1 down. Here's Charlie Gehringer, Tiger second baseman. 56 is a 34. Pop up or Y, doesn't have a Y, so it's a pop up on the infield. Calling for it is Aparicio, and he makes the catch. 2 outs, nobody on. The tying runs somewhere by the water cooler. Here's Barry Howman, 31. 8 against the AC pitcher. Popped up. Third baseman is under it, and Davis puts it away. That's the ball game. Final score. The Detroit Tigers fall to the White Sox 5-1. We'll be back with a wrap-up. The Chicago White Sox scored 5 runs on 5 hits, and they committed 1 error. While the Detroit Tigers scored 1 run on 3 hits, they also committed an error. Losing pitcher was Hal Newhouser, 8 1/3 innings, gave up 3 runs. And the winner was Big Ed Walsh, 9 innings pitched, and he gave up 1 earned run. That was back-to-back doubles by Cobb and Gehringer in the 7th inning. Big 9th inning for the White Sox, scored 5 runs. The key hit was Shoeless Joe Jackson's bases clearing double, and he drove in 3 runs. He's the star of today's game. Shoeless Joe Jackson goes 2 for 4 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Hope you enjoyed this contest. The next game will be the St. Louis Cardinals at the Chicago Cubs. So the Tigers fall to the White Sox 5-1. I had a question. Boss, a Bruin fan, is wondering who the Orioles catcher is going to be. I kind of been left him hanging in the wind, guessing who that is. He made a great guess, Gus Triandos, in the comments. But the Tiger I've got lined up to, or the Oriole I've got lined up to be their catcher, is none other than Roy Campanella. He played for the Elite Giants in Baltimore. So that's who the Oriole catcher is going to be. And not going to be with Campanella. Not going to be with the Dodgers. We're going to give Mike Piazza that job for the Dodgers. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. May God bless.